All right, thanks everyone for joining me. I am Robin Hoffman, and I decided to do this workshop today because I found it rather frustrating trying to learn how to put awards on IMDb. And I thought, hey, after I figured it out, let me share my wonderful knowledge with everybody else. So just a few things first. Like I said earlier, we are recording this session. I am doing this workshop as a part of OIF and the Organization for Independent Filmmakers as well. But on anything I say, anything that comes out of this mouth, we never have any idea what that's going to be. Does not reflect on them at all. This is all coming from me, and they do not promote any programs or websites or IMDb or anything like that. This is just to help out our filmmakers on how to add awards to their IMDb's. All right, so a couple things first. Number one, in order to add awards that you've won for a particular film, the film has to be on IMDb. So make sure if you check your own IMDb's and movies that you have participated in are not on IMDb, make sure you communicate with the filmmakers and make sure that they do that, because it's a disservice to obviously the cast and crew that have worked so hard if they're not putting their films on IMDb. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take you to a link. So how do I want to do this? I had it up earlier, and of course I don't know. All right, give me 1 second to grab that link for you. Oh, I know where it is. Okay. This is just to make it easier. If you don't have the link, you just look up event pages on IMDb. So let me share my screen. So there's the link in the chat. So if you click on that link for me, that'll help you out if you want to do it side by side. If you just want to watch, that's okay too. So I am going to share my screen. Okay. Can everybody see that? Yeah, thumbs up?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, so here is the events page. This lists all film festivals, any of the programs that put on challenges, film festivals, anything like that. So if you want to put in awards for any other film festival, this is where you're going to do that. You look up the name of the film festival and you click on that. So we're going to scroll all the way down to the O's so we can find Orlando Independent Filmmakers. We'll get there eventually. Okay. So it should be highlighted because I've used it. Okay. So here is Orlando Independent Filmmakers. We're going to click on that, and you'll see that any of the awards that are listed under that are awards that I've already put in. So it's interesting to me that nobody else has used this to put in their awards that they've won over the years through OIF. But don't worry, you can always go back and put in whatever dates they were. So what I'm going to do to show you an example of how to do it is I'm going to use Norma Jean has some that she asked me to put in for her. So I'm going to use hers. And what I do is I make a very thorough list before I start this process. There's a lot of things of information that you're going to need to know, so it's good to have it right next to you. You're going to want to know, obviously, the name of the challenge, what year it was, what film, what category, the name of the person that was nominated or won, and you're going to want to know their IMDb too, because nothing is more frustrating than trying to find who's which on the IMDb's. So I always make a thorough list. Let me see if I can share my whole screen so that you can, let's try that. Okay, so here, do you see the whole screen? Yeah. So yes. Here's my thorough list. So I put the website down for what the challenge was, because you're going to need that. This is how they know that it's actually legitimate, is by you putting in the website from the challenge people or the filmmaker or the festivals or whatever. So all these awards are going to be for Kate's Balloons. These are the nominations. So you see here, I went ahead and looked up their IMDb's ahead of time, and I put, so there's tons of Matt Payne's. So I found out his IMDb and I put that next to it so that when it asks me, I'll know. Okay. So on the page that we clicked on for Orlando Independent Filmmakers, we're going to scroll all the way down to edit page. So we're going to click on edit page. Then it's going to ask you wins and nominations. Right here on this drop down, it's going to ask how many you want to include. So for right now, for this challenge, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 awards. Actually, let's do all 5. We'll do the 4. So I'm going to click on 4 and then continue. Okay. So if the challenge is already in there, this is for the Fierce Challenge, so it's already there. So we can click on that drop down. If it wasn't there, you can just type it in right here. Okay. So the award was given in 2021, even though the challenge was 2020. So you could keep it 2021 or you can change it to 2020, whatever you're comfortable with. The actual challenge was 2020. So I'll put, well, I don't know, because the award was 2021. Let's do that. So the category that we have here is Best Supporting Actor. So we are going to type in Best Supporting, actor. And it was just a nomination. So we're going to click on, not just, nominations are wonderful. We're going to click on nominated. It was from one title. That's the title of the film. One recipient. And if you have a production company, you're going to want to name that company in this. If you don't, that's okay too. But I believe that Norma does have a company. I'm going to have to look that up now that I'm saying that. And then in comments here is where we're going to put the link to legitimize this. So this is going to be the OIF website. Put the comments there. Okay. So you can go through and do as many as you want in one shot. So I chose the 4. So I'm just going to quickly go in here and do each of those. So this is Best Lead Actor. Nominated, one title, one recipient, one company. Paste the website. Should have just done one to show you. Sorry, guys. We are Best Lead Actress. Oops. Nominated, one title, one recipient, one company. There's Best Original Story. Nominated. All right, so then after you put in all that information, you're going to click check these updates. And you're going to get all these ugly colors and you're going to be like, yo, why didn't this work? But it's because you now have to put in the actual content information. So it's saying that this category of Best Supporting Actress doesn't exist. Well, we're going to make it exist. It just means that somebody hasn't put it in through the OIF challenge before. So we're going to click. Wait, what Best Supporting Actor? My apologies. Nope, we don't want that. Create new category. Best Lead Actor. See why this is also, I don't understand. Okay, so we're going to recheck these updates. Submit. Okay, so now we're going to fill in the content. So the title of the movie is Kate's Balloons. Oops. The recipient is Matt Payne. And the company, I really should have looked this up. We're going to say none right now. Well, I guess we can't do that. Does somebody want to look up Norma Jean Lightbirds.
I tried, but I don't see like a company name.
You don't see a company? Okay, so I might have messed that up because now it's not going to let me not. Oh yeah, it does. Cool, cool, cool. We're good. We're good. Thanks for checking, Jorge. And then that should be it for that. So the title, let's just copy and paste. It's balloons. Recipient is Vince. No company. This is Norma. Oops, look what I did. Okay. And this is not, there's no recipient there. It's actually just the film. So we're going to recheck to these updates and see how many actually go through. My computer's thinking about it. Okay, so now it's giving you a drop down to make sure that it's the right film. So Kate's Balloons is not showing up. Oh, there it is. Yeah, because Matte Paint. Okay, so that's that one. And then Matte Paint XXII. It's going to be that one. Nope. My eyes are deceiving me. That one. Okay. And then Kate's Balloons. Vince. Oh, did I put this under the wrong? Nope, we're good. Kate's Balloons. That one. Kate's Balloons. And once again, we are going to recheck these updates. So you just keep going and you keep filling in the information they're asking for until you see green. When you see green, the heavens open up, music starts playing, and you're like, oh, I got this. But we're still yellow here. So what are we yellow for? I think I'm going to have to put, oh, it gave me 0 on that. Let's just do we understand and let's move on anyway. All right, green, 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 please give me green, hallelujah. So once it all turns green, you'll see at the bottom right, it says submit these updates. And that is how you submit for awards.
Do you submit also nominations or just the awards?
Nominations as well. Those were all noms. None of, at that point, we have a win in here that I'll put in later, but that is why I wanted to show you guys, because it like they just ask you so many questions and they'll ask you over and over again. So when you see that pinkish, whatever Pepto-Bismol color, you know, you got to keep answering questions. But once you get that green, it's the sweetest feeling in the world. And then you can submit your contribution. It can take up to 2 weeks for it to actually go through. But that is how you submit awards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually stop recording and then we can have, well, I guess let's do, oh shoot, there's other people. Let's do some question and answers. So if everybody wants to undo their mics, we can have some Q&A there and then we can just discuss any other things you guys want.
You said it takes 2 weeks to refresh?
It can take up to 2 weeks for the submissions to go through. For awards, not everything else. Usually with IMDb, they're very, very quick, but for some reason with awards, and that's kind of good because it makes me feel like they're actually checking to make sure they're legit.
At least that's the feeling.
Okay, so we have a question. Have you had a movie title not show up in IMDb, or I'm not sure what, I'm so sorry, what's the question? Yes, in IMDb. Yeah, if a movie doesn't show up, that means it was not either submitted at all or it was not submitted correctly. So I've had to go through those steps a few times when something wasn't accepted the proper way. Why were there all those question marks after the film title? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was, I've seen it before. I've seen those question marks before. So I'm not sure if it had something to do with the way it was submitted, but I'd have to look up on IMDb to see if it actually shows up that way. So I can do that really quick. Any other questions about how to submit? Yeah, no, it shows up normally on the IMDb. I don't know why there were all those question marks. After getting to the end to check, and it gives you the list of similar movie titles, but it doesn't list. Melody existed with full crew and cast info, but won't show on the checklist at the end. Yeah, I'm not sure why that is. I can look at that with you after. Okay, any other questions about this, about submitting? I actually wrote it all out in a Word document, and I'll send each of you guys that as well, just so you can, if you're actually doing it on your own, you can kind of just check back with it. So I am going to end this session as recording, and then we can talk some more. All right, thanks for joining us.